Welcome back to Singing in the Basement. I'm Leedle-Lue, and we're back with some more Planet Coaster 2. Last time we played, I built this little... last time we played, I built this little entrance area with a bathroom and an info center, a staff building, and then 2 rides to get us started off with. And each, like I said last episode, each zone is going to be themed to different people on the channel. And different videos and ideas. So like this one is the logo, this one is just... I just named it... or I thought about naming it something to do with Quidditch because you're flying around on a seat, but I just left it as Chairplane. If you have any ideas for what I should name this one, let me know. Other than that, I think today what I want to do is focus a little bit more on prettying up the park itself. I said I was going to do that. Like I want to make the parking lot look more like an actual parking lot kind of thing. Maybe either that or I want to focus on putting in some like trees and maybe put a centerpiece of some sort in the middle. I think I want to start with the centerpiece though, because it looks really weird having just this big square of walkway. So let's go into scenery and see what we want to do here. They already have some centerpieces. Yeah, statues and centerpieces. So let's look at what we got here. So there's just like the classic King Coaster ones. There's Medusa. A Medusa plaque. Interesting. I gotta remember. There's the rotate ya. Interesting. I like these people ones. They're supposed to be like Medusa turned them into people. I wish they had more variety because I'd love to have ones that like represent each of the main 3 of the channel, myself, the Colonel, and Cop General. But they're all kind of just generic. I wish you could like make them be custom because you can make your own avatar for the game. I wish there was some way to do that with those. I guess I could do something that represents each of the areas I plan to have. What is this? Resort. I forgot the resort theme existed. Trying to think what else they have. Let's go to blueprints. What do they have for centerpieces? There it is. So these are some that I downloaded. There's this mythology centerpiece, which is really cool, but doesn't really fit for the main centerpiece of the park. This one's very generic. It's not bad, though. See, I think all of these are way too big. Like, none of these are really going to work for what I want. So we definitely will have to make our own custom one. So, let's see. Let's start with something like... What do we got? Start with a plinth or a base. That seems like the easiest one. I do like water fountains. I think that they're always fun. I'm trying to see. Okay, so this is like a... I think that's under... Is that under the ground? No, I don't think it is. This one's a water fountain and a plinth. How does this one work? Okay, so the water like falls off of it. So that'd be a good one to have in an actual spot, like in a actual like body of water, is what I meant. What if we do something like this, where we have the water fountain? So if this is here, is it falling over the sides? It is. Okay. So I don't know if I like that. What I could do, I guess, is cut a hole here with... I wish there was a circle tool for the pathing. So we could do a big octagonal circle. Well, not big octagonal shape here. Is that too big? What's the next one down? That's way too small. Honestly, it might not be too bad to have this big of one. That looks pretty well centered. Okay. What I really want to do is delete that. Oh, so how would I do that? Delete brush, there we go. Stamp delete tool, octagon, size 2. Yeah, does this look centered? Looks pretty centered up top and bottom, pretty centered on the sides. How's that look? That looks pretty good. So now I want to go into the terrain tool here. Guess we'll just use push. Make it a little bit bigger. Almost perfect. And then can I fill that with clear water? That's not quite deep enough, I don't think. I want the water to be higher up. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. Nice. Scenery. Let's get one of these water plinths. Let's move it up to the water's surface, so it looks like it's built on the water. Then I want to scale it up. Advanced move, scale. That's interesting. You can see through it. I don't like that. Okay. So yeah, you can see through it for some reason. I don't like that. Can I? Okay, no. Advanced. Okay. So that's not gonna work then. Unless I put something on the bottom of it, like I put some sort of wall around the bottom of it, I guess. That could work, but I don't think I like that since it's not working. So what if I just do a flat one? Oh, that's not flat. What's the difference? Hold on. What's the difference between plinth 1 and plinth 2? Okay, plinth 1 is bigger. Why does it become see-through like that? It's less noticeable here, but does that change if I make it larger? Yes, it does. I don't like that. Okay, I guess that this idea is not gonna work how I thought it would. What if we put a big plinth down in the water? Make it larger. And then sink it down into the water. Try and make sure it's somewhat centered here. Which I knew it wasn't when I placed it, but that looks pretty close to center. Maybe a little bit more this way. I think that looks pretty centered. Pardon me, goodness. And then what if I put a plinth on top of that? Okay, that's less noticeably screwed up. And let's try and make sure it's in the center there. It's a little bit off, I think. Oh, I'm moving it upwards. Ah, damn it. Replace it. Just want to move it over. I think right there should be pretty good. Yeah, that looks alright. If you're looking at it from above, it's a little messed up, but it's not terrible. And now, what do we want to put on top? We could build some sort of statue. Because, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. For the Colonel, I want to do the Viking stuff, because that's on brand for what he likes. For myself, I said I wanted to do, I think, the Western. For Cop General, maybe we do the resort theme? What are our options there? Yeah, there's not a whole lot of themes yet in this version of the game. So maybe the Colonel could be, or maybe Cop General could be mythology. Because that would work with, like, Harry Potter, that sort of, like, theme, sort of, since we don't have the fantasy theme. I think that's the next closest theme. So, Viking for the Colonel, Western for me, mythology for Cop General, and then a mixture of, like, resort and aquatic theme for everybody else. So let's start with we'll probably start with my stuff. So we'll start with a Western themed thing. Are there any? Or let's go to all. There's no. There's not a whole lot of Western themed things. What if I put? Whoop, let me shrink this down. I wish there was an easier way to scale it, because like if I try to click on it up here, it doesn't like to cooperate. Oof! I was really hoping I could make that a lot smaller. Because this is way too big for what I was thinking. I was thinking about putting it on there, but it's far too large. So what's something smaller? The train? How small does this get? That's more manageable. Dang it. Keep hitting the wrong buttons again. That's a little bit more manageable. It still isn't great. I don't know. We'll keep it there for now, just as an option, because there's not a whole lot of Western stuff yet. I put a big steamer paddle in there. What else? Wagon. How small does this get? Because this might be... Oh, I hit the wrong button. Because how small can this get? This might work better. Just because I want something to represent each place up here. So what if we do... Yeah, what if we do that? Put this up here. Put it right there. Lift it up. And try and center it a little better. So what if that's on there, and then we can put things inside of here, or like on the other sides of it. So like, we do a Western themed thing, or a Viking themed thing next. Maybe one of these stone heads, or rock sculptures. That would probably work. Maybe this T-shaped one. So we can put that up here, just like on the side here. And obviously all of this is subject to change. This is just sort of an idea I'm coming up with on the fly. Mythology theme. I kind of just want to do this because I think it's... Oh, I should probably pause the game because I don't have any restaurants or anything. So these aren't going to be representative of the mythology theme. I just like those as like images of guests. For the mythology theme thing, we can do Poseidon's head. No, let's just do the unicorn. How small can I make this unicorn? Yeah, that's a good size. And if I move him up to here, rotate him so he's at a better angle to match with the one on the other side, and then something resort themed or aquatic themed, I guess. I'll select both. What is this one again? Modular centerpieces. Yeah, there's no centerpieces for the aquatic themed. There's not a whole lot for the aquatic themed. I thought there were like, I guess because they're probably animatronic pieces. So if we do everything for aquatic, we could put just like a big squid up on the top, or like down here. That might look okay. Just big balloon of a dolphin. That's something we'll definitely use later. Okay, I think that works for now. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's just a little something to get us started, and I can put more stuff in the water later, like some plants or something like that. And if any of you have any ideas of ways to improve it, I am always open to ideas. Honestly, I may even make all those centerpieces larger now that I'm looking at it from afar. It's a little small. So just like take this whole thing and increase the size by a whole bunch. Well, I guess that's the issue, isn't it? But I guess these could be bigger. So what if I select all this, deselect this, deselect the flower, which I just noticed it didn't put down the other flower. Okay. And advance move. Let's try and scale all this up. Hit the check mark. There we go. That's better. That's a better size. But now we should probably get a restaurant and some water in here. Should I just copy this building, or should I do a larger, separate building? That is the question. And honestly, what I might do is add these pillars, which are, what? They are concrete pillars. I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay, so if I click this, can I remove this from the building? Yeah, split object from building. And now I can duplicate it again, add to this building. Probably gonna fast forward a little bit here. there's that. So what I'm thinking is maybe we put an area over here that's for dining. So like, let me see. Let me see if I can come up with an idea here. Nope. So I keep wanting to click this instead of clicking the edit button because it looks like I should be able to just click there to select something new. What if I take a red swirly path? Change the path type to the draw tool. What if it goes and makes a... What if I don't want it to curve? Yeah, just straight lines. There we go. Makes a line here. And it does curve to there. No, I don't like that. Put it there, put it there, put it there. Take it back to there. And then use the classic path. Nah, line builder. Put it. It's more of a curve there. No, I don't like that either. Just tell you what I might do is draw tool again. Because I want to make sort of an area where people can sit outside, but then an area where people can like walk through a building to get their food. So something like that. Undo that. How do I want to do this? If I want them to walk in over here, I feel like I don't have enough space for this. So what if we just do a lot of terrain for right now? Because actually, so do something like that, followed by food. What kind of food do we want? Let's just do a pizza pen. Pizza pen. Pizza pen. And a drink shop now. Oop. We'll do something simple like, I'll do juice. Put it, do we want it here or do we want it beside? Let's just put it beside there. Because what I can do then is, this was modern wood, that's right. Is something like this. Modern. Oh, forgot to get rid of these. There we go. So modern wood, but it's a different color if I remember correctly, isn't it? Oh no, it's the same color. I don't know what I'm thinking. So rotate this way. Or no, we'll build it here first, just so it's on the... Oh no, I forgot. I can just click on there and get the grid. So put something here. There. 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 I guess I might as well close this out. I'll do it on this side. There. But again, I want it to look like they walk into an actual building here, so something like that. Oops. That's not bad. It's pretty much what I'm going for. Because then what I would do is take the path, delete some path. Man, this lighting is really messing with me. Let me change the time. There. That's much better. And then I can get rid of the pathing right there. And right there. So now people won't clip through the wall there. And then, honestly, I could put another 2 restaurants in here if I wanted to. Here's an idea. What if we do this? Delete that. Whoop. Grab my pathing tool. Put one there. And then do facilities. And let's do a couple vending machines. Viva la vegan. Or just one vending machine. Vegan. Just so there's an option for vegans. Words are hard. Now, I need more modern wood stuff. Let's grab the front facade. Put it there and there. Followed by... I don't think I want to put a doorway on here just because it'll look bad no matter what, really. I guess I could do an arch. Yeah, that looks better. Kind of forgot arches existed. I don't know what my deal is today. I cannot talk. What kind of roof? Do we want to do another orangey, whatever kind of roof that is? Gilded roof? I guess, because we're sticking with that theme for this main area. So let's go, I think it was gilded. Yes. Whoop, I keep hitting all the wrong buttons. Do we want to use this shorter one? At least for here. Let me change the color real fast. Oh, forgot it didn't save my color because I'm in a different... playing the game on a different day. Copy that. And select it there. Select it there. There we go. Scenery. Now how do we want to do the rest of the roof? I could just leave it separated like this. So like each one is... oh. Something like that. And then... that. And then flat in the middle. What is this? Well, we could do something like... no, that'd be weird on the inside. What about... that could be interesting. Something like this. I know it's not very practical, but it looks kind of cool. Right? Then I could, like... make this go through there. Or did I just do that wrong? No, hold on. I think this might just... yeah, this is just facing the wrong way. I was like, something's off here. There we go. Because then it's fully sealed and it has like an interesting roof shape. I don't dislike that. What about making this look better? Would this be good for that? No. How would I make this roof work? Like this, maybe? Still clipping a little bit. That could be fixed by just moving... whoop. Why can't I advanced move that wall? That's odd. I cannot stop hitting the button that I'm not meaning to hit. No, it's always gonna be coming. There's gotta be some way to avoid that, right? What about... is that clipping? Yes, very much so. What about ridge? This, yeah. That could solve the problem. I don't want to get rid of this. No, that's not doing at all what I thought it was doing. That's why it always pays to rotate your camera. So I may have to do something else for this roof, because this doesn't seem to be lining up in a way that makes sense for some reason. I guess, what if I do this? Problem solved. And it was just these two. Yep, I'm just stupid. There we go. People might walk through that wall a little bit, but that's okay. Actually, I can just do this. Delete. Go back to this. Boop. And boop. For some reason it made the curb a little odd, but that's fine. Now, let's get this hole fixed up here. Actually, I guess I should do the roof eaves now that I've fixed it. Gilded. You want a 2-meter eave? Ooh, ooh, ooh. That looks alright. We'll go ahead and do the one on this side. I guess this side we gotta go all the way down, don't we? There we go. Oh, and I gotta fix this back wall, but that's an easy fix. I've already done that one. This one. Bam. And then bam, bam, bam. Come to the back here and take all these back walls and slide them. That's odd. Why is it doing that? Oop. I gotta turn off auto stacking. Slide them all in one. And I deleted it again. So now we gotta get the modern wall again. Nope. Can't spell. Of course it moves at the last second. Why is it? There. I don't know why it's being stupid, but it's being stupid. There. And boop. And that one didn't work. There we go. Okay. That should work. Honestly, what I might do here is delete this wall and that wall, put in one of these, and then put a window into it so that people can see how long of a line there is. Let me grab these. Hit the wrong button again because I'm stupid. And lower that to there. There. Rotate around and do the back side. Then what I gotta do is grab the ones for this part. I used the 1 meter, right? Yeah. Nope, that's not long enough for some reason. Hold on. So I guess I just have to add that extra little piece on. Is it already hanging over on the side? No, it's not. And over here. And then we just gotta grab this itty bitty piece here. Lift it on up. Spin it around. That's not right. This must be this one. Yep. That one there. Put it there. Oh, screw it up on the last second before I push it down. Put this one over here. This one over here. And then this one right there. There we go. That looks pretty good. Now let me grab that concrete pillar. Close that. Was this one, right? Yeah. What color is it? I'll have to go into here to find out. Click into here. And it didn't save it this time. It saved it on the other one. When I clicked on the roof, it saved it when I did that. Control-C, confirm. And this time it saved it. What the hell? This game makes no sense. And move it in this way so it's sticking out the front. I like it because it looks kind of like a log cabin, which I guess would be better in the future western area, but at the same time, it works well for an entrance to the park too. I think, anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. Do you think I should redo all these buildings? If you do, sorry, I probably won't. Or if I do, it'll be off camera, because that's a lot of work. What if I do one in the middle here too? There we go. Move this up to here. Over to here. Originally I had, when I was first thinking about doing this idea for this video series, my brain was like, oh, I should do like a fully underground park. And then I realized I hate the terrain system in this game. It's very non-cooperative, and I would really hate to actually put myself through that. So, yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Let me put some windows in here, obviously. Scenery. I guess, would they be in props? Where would those be? Decorations, and then windows. There we go. So I need some really, really big windows. Does this have a window in it? No, it's just a wall. So do they not have giant windows to fill these walls that have windows in them? That's probably way too big. If I had to guess. Actually, that's pretty close. Let's move it. Rotate it. Obviously, the windows in the game are not actually see-through, and I did not mean to close that. I meant to do that. Yeah. Obviously, they're not really see-through in this game, but we can pretend, right? Do we want to see the white on the top? There, now we can see a little bit on the top and the bottom. It's not the perfect size, it's a little bit off. It's not terrible. It is clipping through a little bit at certain angles. I kind of like that. I think that looks okay. Let's actually change the colors. Let's go for, yeah, darker. And is this the handle, I guess? The handle, let's make the handle black. And duplicate and move. Obviously, these handles here are just for show. And honestly, what I might do, I might spin them around the other way. So that's like, it's a emergency exit kind of thing. So like if I take this and I go, oh wait, I just realized it was duplicating it. Now if I take this and I go, I didn't realize that it's just darkness on the other side. So maybe not. Maybe what I'll do is do the duplicating and then twist her around. So that way both sides have handles, right? Yeah, it's very dark in here, but there are handles there. And obviously I'll add some lighting in here in a minute. What kind of lights do we want around here? I don't want to do anything that feels too themed. So maybe just the Planet Coaster lights. Let me do stick to surface. I thought, hello? Align to surface? There we go. It's very dull though. I want something brighter, I think. Unless I can make those brighter, which maybe I can. Let's put it down. Nope, can't make it any brighter. It should be really bright in here because there's windows, but the windows don't actually work. So I guess what I could do is just leave the windows bare, you know? Like not put anything there and just pretend there's windows there. Does that look better? No, it definitely doesn't look better. It'd be nicer because it would be bright in here, but I need some really bright lights, but they just don't have anything. All these lights are really dim. Yeah, they're all really dim lights. I guess I could just use these. Should I put a roof in here or should I just leave the roof? Honestly, I'm not sure. I mean, that's a pretty bright light. If I put it under the ground, can you still see it? I can't even tell if that's under the ground. Yeah, you can. It's still not bright enough, but there should really be brighter lights in this game, I feel like. Here, what if we do that? And do should be fine. I wish there was a way to make these windows see-through. It's so odd. But anyway, let's just keep adding some lights. Let's add some that are just more for decoration. Let me put a roof on here, actually. I'll just do the modern floor. Oh wait, is that clipping through the ceiling? Oh yeah. So let's not do that at all. Yeah, let's not have a ceiling in there, because that would look bad. But I do need more lighting, so let's try and do that some more. Let's do modern hanging lights, maybe. Well, it's upside down, which is interesting. I guess if I just do it like this. And like that. And then maybe some more on this wall. Doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look great, but it's at least bright in here now. Put one over top of here. Rotate it this way. Put one at the end of this hallway. One right here. And one right there. That looks okay. Oh, there's lower on this side, aren't they? Yes, they are. So they are where? They're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they're right here. Maybe they were at the right height. There we go. I think that'll be enough lighting in here. It's still kind of dark. I keep trying to deselect things and it deletes it. It's dumb. Okay, what if I just get off here? It's still so dark in there, but it's fine. It's fine. You won't even see in there anymore after this. After I'm done with this. So let's hit play. I forgot I have to open these. Open. This is open. Yep. Very good. Are people gonna go in there? Should probably put signs on the outside. Do signs and advertising. Shop. Is it shop signs or restaurant signs? I guess just shop. And there's a pizza pen in there. And a juice. Where even are the juice and the pizza pen ones? Okay, let's put a juice sign right here. Let's put it on the other side because it's on this side. Put it at an angle just because I think that's fun. And then put a pizza pen one on this side. Then what I'm going to do is pause it again because I need to put some trash cans around. Oh, I guess what I should do is just copy the trash cans we already have. Duplicate. Let's put one there. Put one outside of here. We'll put it there. Put one on this side too. And then put some on the corners of here as well. And honestly, I might put one in here just with the vending machine, because usually there's a trash can near a vending machine. So that should be good. And then let's get some park benches. We don't have any benches out yet, do we? No. So let's get some benches out here. Let's do picnic benches. Benches? Picnic benches. You heard it here first, folks. We got picnic benches. They don't have just like a modern one? I guess this one. Put one here. Let's change the colors to be sitting in the basement themed. So we've got what? Okay, so let's leave the cement like a grayish color. This one is the accents of it, so let's make that the orange. Or no, actually, let's make that the blue. No, the green. I'm so indecisive. This one is just some more really small pieces down there, and then the orange for the tables. That's way too bright. But blue, that's too bright too. What if we do a dark? No. None of these really look very good. I mean, I guess dark orange is like a brown. And then change the green to be like a dark blue. a little bit lighter. And this blue to be green. I just undid that again. And then maybe make this the same green. That looks okay. Obviously it's going to look weird because it's bright, fancy colors on a picnic table, but let's go ahead and move this one to here. Put one offset a little bit. I want to have 3 more, so we'll put one there, one right there, and one right here. Then I want to put at least a couple of them with umbrellas. So let's put one. Let's just do these resort ones, very generic ones. We'll put one there, one there, and then 2 on these ones. We'll have 1 table without them. And then what we'll do is select all of them, if I can. Well, I was trying to select all of them, but it's not letting me. What if I do multi-select on? Well, that select way too much stuff. Okay, let's turn off selecting paths and try to select everything here. Okay, and then we'll deselect this, deselect all the tables. There we go. And then we will move all these down until they're on the ground. Okay, that's in the ground. We'll go right there. Check. Then we can individually make them actually fit where they're supposed to go. Eyeball edges. Ugh, goodness. Move this over. This one's almost good. Whoop. I'm not going to change the color of these because the blue works already. The blue and the white already work. Check mark there. That one's already perfect. And this one's off by a pretty good margin. And there we go. Very good. I think that looks pretty nice. I might put a big sign up here if they have one, just so that way you can clearly see like, hey, food over here. But I wish they had one that was just like, it just said like food or concessions kind of thing, as opposed to like actually branded. I guess this one's just themed to Planet Coaster, but it's a big drink. We can do that. Put that there. Make it a little bit bigger. And rotate it. And then move it. Because I want it to be in the actual roof. More in the center. That looks pretty good. Okay, put that there, and then... Nope. Thought it undid something, but it didn't. They have one that's like food-ish. They have burger, pizza... Pizza? They have tacos and burgers. Where's the pizza? There's pizza. Looks a little more tacky than the other sign, but what if I just do... What if I do this? Put this over here. And then... select this and this, duplicate it, and then move it to where it's supposed to be. God, I keep trying to deselect things, and then it didn't move them both together. That's really annoying. Duplicate and move. I didn't realize that was there. So now I want to grab this one so I don't change the height of it at all. Move it to be almost perfect. So I just noticed that pizza's not actually on the building. Not that that matters at all, but for my own sake and for the sake of the comments section, I will move it to be on the wall. Same goes for this one, which is already on the wall, so never mind. And there we go. I think that looks pretty nice, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. How long have I been going for? Oh, almost an hour. So I guess I'll probably call it. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot of new stuff. We did this sort of crappy centerpiece that I can probably change. If you all have any ideas, of course, let me know in the comments. If you saw anything while I was scrolling through the scenery, oh, I did remember. If you saw anything while I was scrolling through the scenery and you were like, hey, you should try using that, let me know, because I will happily change this centerpiece. I'm not super attached to it, but it's something for now, and we have food now, which is nice. I think things are coming up pretty well. We did a lot in the last episode, and I took a pretty good amount of time building this restaurant area here, but I think it looks pretty good. I know guests are thirsty. We have juice now. They'll just have to get out of line to come get it. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Should I go ahead and start on the western area for myself, or should I do one of the areas for the other guys? Should I do the mythology or the Viking one? Let me know in the comments, and feel free to subscribe if you want to see this whole park fully finished someday. And this has been Leedle-Lue, signing off.